Hello, and welcome to the final set of battles for Season 2 of Go Battle League. Now, admittedly, between the last video and this one, I did do, I think, a couple of Ultra League battles as well as one Master League. Right now, I do have them recorded, but I haven't gotten around to actually finishing the editing for one of them. And I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be posting the other ones, at least on this channel per se, so be on the lookout for any news about those either on this channel or through our social media pages. Links to those are always in the description down below. But in any event, we are going to go ahead and run through the final set, or at least the final recorded set of our time in Season 2 of Go Battle League. So for this one, I want to try and do a battle in each different league, with starting off, of course, with Great League, followed by Ultra and Master League, and then one battle in Premier. And for the final, fifth battle, I'm thinking whichever one we happen to perform the least best at, we'll be able to revise our team and be able to jump back into that one. Unless, of course, we were absolutely terrible in all of them, or by the off chance we're absolutely great in all of them, in which case, ultimately, we'll just, I guess, arbitrarily decide which one we go with. Yeah, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead, and since this is the final set, I'm going to jump into premium rewards, because what can go wrong? Yeah. Alright, and with that, we'll go ahead and start off our experience in Great League. I'm going to go ahead and run with a team of Wigglytuff up at front, followed by Stunfisk and Skarmory. Alright, so first matchup is against Zystin Tempesto. Zystin Tempesto? It'll be Tempesto. Alright, and the first one is a Latias. So fortunately, we are off to a great start. They have to change out, and they switch out for a Haunter. Unfortunately, I don't have any direct counters for Haunter on this one, so I'm going to have to go ahead and first and foremost block this. It was Sludge Bomb, so I guess I didn't really have to block it per se. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and ride this one out. See if I can get the attack going. I cannot, but maybe I might be able to tank this next attack. I'm assuming it's Sludge Bomb, so definitely okay on that one. And I'll go ahead and fire off my Sky Attack. Oh, I did manage to get rid of the Haunter on that one, so that's kind of nice. Alright, and next matchup is against Tropius, which we're actually pretty good standing for. Not gonna lie. We've got a good case here. Of course, my health is unfortunately on the rather low side, so we are suffering from that. But I'm gonna go ahead and try and save my Skarmory, keep him alive as long as possible. Fire off one more Sky Attack. At the very least, we can try and at least get rid of the shield, so that'd be nice. Alright, got rid of the shield, so that's a nice plus. And of course, now we have to deal with the remainder of Tropius, and I'm going to go ahead and send out my Wigglytuff for that. I'm assuming I'm going to have to tank out this. I'm assuming it's a Leaf Blade, but we'll see what it is. Yeah, it is Leaf Blade. Definitely does hurt. And I'm pretty sure he might have another one coming soon. Oh no, we were able to close that. Alright, so we were successfully able to close that one out, so that's kind of nice. And we do have a charge move at the ready. So let's go ahead and see if we can finish it off with Play Rough. And we are. Well played, Tempesto. GG's all around. Alright, so fortunately we were able to perform fairly solidly in Great League. Now let's go ahead and jump into Ultra League, and this time I'll be running with Togekiss at the front, followed by Charizard and the altered form of Giratina. I seem to have a big thing about starting with fairy types because, well, I mean, Charm is an absolute pain, so. At any event, our next matchup is against Yukiko 790. Alright, Yukiko, see what you got. I respect the pants. I'm not gonna lie to you. Much respect. Alright, first matchup is against Swampert, so definitely gotta be aware of the fact that it most likely has Hydro Cannon, which is definitely going to be chipping away at my health a lot. But nonetheless, I'm at least able to tank out one of them. We'll probably shield out the second one, truth be told. Yeah. And depending on if I should shield out, I'm pretty sure I should shield out the third one too. Because let's be real. Hydro Cannon is absolute pain. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and respond back with some rocks. And the Swampert was able to survive, but fortunately our stats were able to rise up and we are able to hang on to our Togekiss. So I'll take that. Alright. Now we're up against Armored Mewtwo, but fortunately I'm able to get to my rocks. So let's go ahead and chuck those at our opponent. Didn't manage to take away a shield, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and block one more time because I want to try and ride out this, really ride out on this whole stat boost thing, because I seem to be doing a fairly good job with the stat boost going. Alright, and we're able to take out the Armored Mewtwo, so we're up against our final challenge, which is Giratina, which has taken out our Togekiss, RIP. And now we're in the mirror. The mirror matchup has begun. We're up against Giratina v Giratina. Let's see how this goes. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for them, they still have one shield left. Unfortunately for me, I have absolutely no shields left, and they attacked first. So this might not end well for my Giratina, all in all. But it looks like on the plus side, it does look like Shadow Claw is able to generate energy much more quickly than Dragon Breath, so I'm at least able to fire off an extra pot shot there. Or maybe because my attack stat happened to be higher, because it looks like he's about to fire off his own attack. And that finishes off my Giratina. But we'll go ahead and respond with that, with our own, well, with Charizard. Our not really dragon, but might as well be, but we'll attempt to be as dragon as it possibly can as we respond with our own Dragon Claw. Alright, and with that, we're fortunately able to take out their altered Giratina. GG's all around. If it was Yukiko, I think it was Yukiko. But yeah, GG's. That was a really close match. Alright, now we're removing the CP limit. We're going as far as we can into the, see how powerful these Pokemon can get as we jump into Master League. I'm going to jump in with the Dream Team, starting with G-Kai, or our Kyogre, up at the front, followed by Heatran, and closing out with Dialga. Alright, and with this, our matchup is against Junghung02. Junghung02? I think. Alright, and first matchup is against a Togekiss. Charm is definitely going to be taking a lot of my life away, but I should be able to hang on pretty well. And they decided to switch out for their Giratina, so plus sides there for us. Alright, so I'm able to Pockshot away at it with that, but I'm able to respond in kind with my own Dialga. Go ahead and use a shield, I might as well. Very Glameflower did, because it was a Shadow Ball, and Shadow Ball would have done a nightmarish amount of neutral damage to me, so at least I'm assuming it would have. I really don't want to take that chance to find out. Alright, well, good news, we are able to take out the Giratina, and now we're up to face against the Togekiss, so that's a thing. Alright, firing off an Iron Head, see if we can at least get the shield out of the way. We are, so that's kind of fortunate for us. In a way, it's fortunate for us in a way. But now I'll go ahead and respond to their Togekiss with my Heatran. Now, if I recall correctly, I should be able to tank any move that Togekiss throws at me. It is Ancient Power, does neutral damage, so I'm okay. And with that, they're closing out with a Metagross. I guess not closing out. They've switched in their last Pokemon, which is a Metagross. And unfortunately, we are able to get the shield out of the way, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright. Go ahead and shield this anyway, because I'm fairly positive it is Earthquake. I'm very glad I shielded that. Definitely don't want to deal with that. That would have been tragic. Tragic is an understatement in this case. Alright, so let's see if we can seal the deal against this Metagross, and we are. Alright, and with that, all we gotta do is finish off the Togekiss. Fortunately, I got Iron Head at the ready. And there we go. Able to secure a win in Master League. Honestly, very surprised on that one. But in any events, GG's. Alright. And now with that, we'll go ahead and finally get an opportunity to try out Premier Cup. The very last day of Season 2, we're finally trying out Premier Cup. And I'm going to try it out with Mamoswine leading the charge, followed by Gyarados, and closing out with Metagross. Alright, and this matchup will be against Tire Pansit. Alright, Tire. Or Pansit. What you got? Alright, first matchup is against a Dragonite. So, fortunately, I had the lead advantage in that one, and they decided to switch out for their Machamp. Might not have been the best of moves to switch out with my Metagross, because I am still taking neutral damage from that one, but... And I'm in a little bit of trouble, all things considered, because, well, Dynamic Punch is absolutely going to eat me alive. Nonetheless, I'll go ahead and respond back with Meteor Mash, take away their shield at the very least. Alright, and I'm going to save the shield, but unfortunately risk... Oh, apparently I got lucky and was able to at least fire off 2 more shots since they decided to use Rock Slide instead. So with that, I'm able to now respond in kind against their Machamp with my Gyarados. Although I do have to be very careful in this case because, well, as they've pointed out, they have Rock Slide, so definitely want to shield that one. Alright, and now they respond in kind with Dragonite. I'll go ahead and try and... Okay, I can't bait a shield, unfortunately, so... Does look like we're in a pretty rough spot. But, at the very least, let's see if I can take out a shield. I have. And unfortunately, that marks the end of my Gyarados. RIP. But we're bringing in the Mamoswine, and we've got Avalanche on standby. So, at the very least, we are able to take out the Dragonite. So, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that trade-off. Alright, and now we just gotta ride it out with the Machamp. I do have a little bit of health left, so I'm at least able to get the Machamp out. So that's kind of exciting. Alright, and with that, they close out with Metagross. And unfortunately, I had absolutely 0 health left at that point, so nonetheless, GG's all around. So I guess with that, it has been decided that the final match is going to be a Premier Cup match. Alright. Let's go ahead and make Dragonite our starting Pokemon. We had to deal with a Machamp, so I'm going to do something a little bit risky and bring in a Gardevoir. And I think I will stick with Metagross as the closer, because I heard that's kind of like the thing to do. Also, Metagross did really well on the last one, so I figured might as well keep him. Alright, so let's see how we do in our final match, and ours our second round of Premier Cup. And this will be against Gizellerosis. I'm just going to assume I pronounced that fairly close, I'm assuming. Alright, and our first matchup is against a Machamp. So, at the very least, I think we have a pretty good lead on this one. And I am able to get to Dragon Claw first, so that's always exciting. Alright, able to take a good chunk out of that Machamp. But now they're responding, and with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. Definitely glad I did, because a Rock Slide would have hurt a lot. Alright. But with that, we are able to get the Machamp out, but they do lead me in shields, so that's it's not ideal. Looks like their next one is Metagross. Surprisingly, I did not bring a proper counter to Metagross, so now I just kind of gotta hope that they don't have Earthquake. Which I'm pretty sure they do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's proper to have a Metagross without Earthquake. I say it as I pack a Metagross without Earthquake. Alright. Definitely not taking any chances on this one. I'm going to go ahead and block that. It is Meteor Mash. So there's a good chance that my shield has just been baited. I think my shield has just been baited. Oh no, it's another Meteor Mash. Definitely did hurt, but nonetheless, we're making it through. We're okay so far, kind of, sort of. And they've switched out with Dragonite. Interesting. Alright. Definitely was not expecting that. They also shielded, interesting enough. So, that's a thing. Didn't actually realize that until now. Unfortunately, I am able to tank out that Outrage, kind of, sort of. Did still take a good amount of damage though out of that, so that's kind of unfortunate. And now I gotta ride it out against Metagross, and I'm not able to, so bring in what remains of my Metagross to take out a little bit of health, and I'm able to finish it off with the Dragonite. Oh, and apparently that pretty much sealed the deal for that match. GG's all around. So with that, we are able to come out of this with 4 out of 5 wins. So all in all, glad to know my premium battle pass was not wasted. Nonetheless, I'll go ahead and start off with this encounter, which is a Tepig. Always nice. I don't have any more Pineapple Berries, because I used it all during Go Fest. But alright, got ourselves a Tepig. Very nice. How's your IVs? Not bad. Trade out for candy though. Alright, and with that, we'll go ahead and claim the rest of these. We got ourselves a single charge TM, 1900 Stardust, 5 more charge TMs. And with that, I'll go ahead and claim the rank rewards. And we are currently sitting at a quarter of a way to rank 7. Oh, and we got ourselves a good amount of Stardust too, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, that ultimately concludes the recorded portion of our experiences in Go Battle League, or at least Season 2 of Go Battle League. Ultimately, I guess, let me know in the comments how your experience in general for Go Battle League Season 2 has been. I know it's been quite a roller coaster of a season, but ultimately, I am curious to know how'd everything go. You know, was it good? Was it terrible? Was it somewhere in between? You know, wouldn't mind hearing about that. And let me know what your thoughts about anything you're looking forward to Season 3 as well. And yeah, I guess with all that said, that pretty much concludes it for this video. If you liked it, you can go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe even consider subscribing as well. And with all that said, I will see you guys in Season 3 of Go Battle League.